Welcome back to the Chai Guys. Just two guys sharing our thoughts, excitement.
And feels over some chai or any cafe beverage, really.
I have iced coffee again.
Yeah, I've really been on a cranberry juice kick, but it's mixed with some sparkling water, keeps it light, keeps it breezy. I would recommend 10 out of 10.
Can I see that glass again? That's like nice.
Well, thanks, it's actually from my senior prom.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, and the good thing was that we were like some of the last people to leave, and a bunch of people forgot their glasses, so they just had like 50 glasses, and there was like six of us, and we each took literally like eight of them.
That's crazy. That's like really good for like a household. Nice for your new
Yeah,
apartment.
I literally exactly. I have two here. There's three more still in my house. I gave some away.
So fan. Sorry for that. We get sidetracked, but I was really mesmerized by that cup. I mean glass. I thought it was a mason jar at first, but it's like
It kind of does look like a mason jar. That's a good
yeah,
catch.
Peter's hella fancy.
Yeah,
But aside from
hella fan.
that, welcome back to another review. We're reviewing Peter.
WandaVision, season one. I guess the only season, episode three today.
Yep. Make sure you also check out our reactions, and then we also have the episode one and two reviews. But this episode was my favorite so far.
Yeah, this was the wildest one. Yeah, I think. Like, I feel like if anyone was confused by one and two,
Hmm.
like where it's just going, three was like, all right, this is where it's going. It's about to get wild.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, we're gonna go over like the main points of the gap and kind of like a recap. Then we'll squeeze in our thoughts of like the episode, like what made us laugh, like what we were thinking throughout the whole thing. But overall, it was really funny. Before we get started, let's make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell icon
Ding.
to see more content like this and stay updated with more videos as they
Yeah,
get
and
uploaded.
if you want to see more exclusive content, then join our now two patrons on our Patreon account. And thank you to those two. And see that exclusive content, the full version of this reaction, full version of the last two, and all our other boys, Mandalorian, all the reactions we've done, as well as bloopers and other exclusive content. You
Yep.
won't regret it.
Mm-hmm. Let's get started. So let's start with the intro. The intro for this episode was, I loved it. It's so
It
catchy.
slapped. It slapped. This was both me and Jerry's favorite intro. It like really just. I thought nothing was gonna top the '60s. Like what the vision, but this
Yeah,
one was even better. I
I
like this.
vibe with this. Da 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 da
Yeah.
da da. WandaVision.
Also, like not just this music, but like the way everything was framed and like Wanda and Vision like eating sharing ice cream cones and like going on bike
Yeah,
rides.
which she should
Oh
not be doing because she was like hella prego, like, and like you could
yeah,
fall, and worst case scenario, like that should happen.
I was looking up if it was safe or not, and technically you can do it in your first trimester, but like you shouldn't because it's a little dangerous. You could lose your center of gravity. But she was like 4 months, so she was entering the second trimester. So definitely don't do it, Wanda. Don't go
Yeah,
on bike.
don't do that. Read that book that Vision was reading. That
Yeah.
you will be reading.
But yeah, other than that, the intro was great. It reminded me of like the Brady Bunch. I looked it up after, and it was really similar.
Oh, I've never
Um,
seen the Brady Bunch, but I have seen like snippets of the intro, so I could see it.
yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing that was different, though, like subtly different, was that instead of the Brady Bunch being squares, these were hexagons.
Yeah.
Again, six sides.
Six, six,
Six, six, six.
six.
Yeah, good number.
Satan.
But Satan!
I mean, Mephisto.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, that was a cute little Easter egg. So, but yeah, the intro is fantastic. It slapped. 10 out of 10 once again.
Yeah. Oh man, dude.
Mm.
That and like Satan killed me, dude. um, so the first scene after the intro, it's Vision, Wanda, and then the Doctor are just like hearing, listening to Wanda's belly.
Yeah. The giggle, friends. Yeah, he was doing the like what's it called, a
Stethos-
stethoscope.
stethoscope, yeah.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, and they were looking at her baby. Wait, by the way, when were sonograms invented?
Um, I don't
Is that what
know.
if they didn't use a sonogram because it wasn't invented yet? That's kind of genius
Yeah,
on them for doing
yeah.
their research.
It was. That doctor was so funny. He was like, yeah, you're definitely pregnant. I was like, of course, she has a fucking belly.
She's like very clearly pregnant.
Yeah, dude, and you were like, the next part after this, you were like dying laughing. And when the doctor's like, oh, like you must be like about 4 months pregnant, and Vision's like,
It's like, yeah, that killed it.
yeah,
Also, if you notice, when I watched it the second time after we reacted, like Vision's very like nodding no, and then Wanda like squeezes his leg, and he's like, yeah,
oh, I didn't notice her
yeah, dude, I
squeezing.
saw it.
Wow, that's a dude. Wanda's like low-key aggressive. Oh my god.
Dude, I know, like she doesn't want this, whatever this is, to end.
Oh yeah, no. So, oh yeah, you want to talk about the doctor calling Wanda stupid?
Oh yeah, so yeah, the wonderfully misogynistic comment by the doctor. He was like, "Well, they were asking how big like the baby was, like compared to how big the baby was at this point," and then the doctor was like, "Well, like we like to put it in terms of fruit, like it helps the ladies understand."
Yeah, come on. It's like a. I guess that was normal during that time in the
At the
70s.
time, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
yeah, he was a kind of a dickbag.
and then Vision walks his doctor out and he leaves, but Herb is cutting his like hedges, but is like clearly cutting through the wall, which was
Yeah,
what are you doing, Herb?
I was not expecting that. He literally is like slicing through the. Which also, like, is that even possible? Like, that's a fully like a brick wall.
Yeah, and behind him, his scenery was like fake. You could tell it was a
Yeah,
backdrop,
you
which
could tell it was about.
which we haven't seen because like in the first two episodes, like the intro and everything, like there was like no backdrop like on the side of the houses, which was funny. But I thought Herb cutting through the wall was like it seemed like a glitch, like a video game
Yeah,
glitch, because you know like NPCs sometimes act like weird.
yeah, no, exactly. And also, like, what was really weird to me is he's cutting it, and Vision's like, "Yeah, I think you went a little far with the hedge trimmers," and then he like stops, and he's like, "I guess I did," and then he keeps going.
And he's like, "Thanks, buddy." It's like, what are
Like,
you doing? Yeah,
like her, get it together, my man.
yeah, I was,
Um, yeah, that was kind of wild. And then, that was super weird. And also, I was just thinking this when you were talking about the house. Remember in the 50s episode, Agnes was like, "I'm your neighbor on the right, my right." But that's where Herb's house is.
so they can't possibly be together
Like,
because
because
Ralph.
if she was walking into the door, it's her right. Right?
Yeah, yeah, you're right. And
Yeah.
Herb's house is yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Um, and speaking of Agnes, we'll talk about her later. But after that happened, we kind of went into like a montage kind of Vision and Wanda like educating themselves on pregnancy, and it was a really cute montage. I really like seeing it.
Yeah. Wanda was acting like very like woozy and stuff. Like she was like doing magic and just like she was what was she like eating snacks and just like doing whatever like
Yeah,
magic. I was like, wow. And she kept like she had this like sass to her, you know?
yeah. And meanwhile, Vision was like really, really nervous all the time. Like he was nervous that people would find out. He was like basically like us, like asking questions like, "What? First of all, how did this happen? How is it happening so fast? Like,
Hmm.
how did I get her pregnant? I'm a android." Um, and then Wanda's just kind of like going with it, like just like building cribs, making mobiles, and then like the butterflies in the mobile come to life, and she's like, "Ah, I can do that." And Vision's like, "What's happening?"
Yeah, Wanda was like, just, I feel like Wanda was like getting crazier and crazier throughout the episode. Like her facial expressions was really good acting by Elizabeth Olsen. Um, but what really like as soon as Vision started using super speed to practice like the diaper and everything, that was crazy. Like, what do you think of that?
Yeah, I feel like I think he has it in the comics. I was looking it up because we were really confused during the reaction, but he's never shown it in the movies. And like
Oh,
now, so far on the show, he did it when he was sorting the files, like in the 50s episode, and then he does it now, and it's like super random. Like, where did this come from?
I didn't even know. I didn't. That like totally flew out my head, like flew over my head when he was sorting the files.
Yeah, same.
Like I didn't even notice that, but now I think like now stuff is in color. I notice stuff more, and I was like,
Yeah,
"Yo,
exactly.
why didn't you get super speed? That's so weird." Um, and then
Yeah, and it's also like a very like good parallel to like Quicksilver's powers.
yeah, and this overarching like that was my prediction that Quicksilver would have some sort of like Easter egg, not Easter egg, but something like, themed around him in this episode.
Yeah.
I was kind of right when we get to like points later on. Um,
Yeah.
but then we have Vision like teaching Wanda the breathing techniques.
Yeah, I really liked that. That made me laugh a lot.
Yeah, like Wanda tried it and it didn't work, and she starts having these Braxton Hicks contractions as Vision researched, and I made
Yes.
sure to look up, make sure I got that right. And that was funny. Like shit started going ape shit, and power went out.
Yeah. Like yeah, like the first or like the after she like tries the breathing exercise and it doesn't work. The first time she gets a contraction, like the sink starts bubbling, the power goes out, like everything was going crazy. And then yeah, and then I think Vision goes and checks on the neighbors he said he was going to do.
Yeah,
Yeah. Also, they're arguing over baby names. That was kind of a cute moment.
yeah. I personally
Um,
Tommy. I like Tommy better than Billy.
yeah, I'm with Wanda. I like Tommy more.
Yeah,
But Vision really wanted Billy.
yeah. I was like Billy. Where did Billy come from?
Yeah. Also, I think that something interesting that Wanda said, I think it was Wanda who said it, like, oh, like Tommy, an all-American name, and like, I just feel like it fits like her like this reality, like this is perfect like American sitcom reality, and like, because like Wanda is not even she's Sokovian.
Yeah,
It was just an interesting comment. I don't know. It was like weird the way she said it to me.
I feel like kind of forced.
Yeah, like she like really wants to like she wants it to add to this like all American like reality that's been created either by her or by someone else.
Yeah. You want to talk about the weird glitch part where she rewinded stuff?
Yeah, that was crazy. So then Vision comes back after the power comes back on, and then um I think he says like the neighbors are fine, but then Wanda says like I feel like the people of Westview are on the verge of discovering our secret. And then um Vision's like, no, yeah, like and it's more than that, isn't it? The and then he like starts talking. He starts acknowledging finally that no one's acknowledged the weird dinner from the like in the 50s episode where Mr. Hart's choking and they act like nothing happened. The the whole beekeeper guy.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, he acknowledged that.
I don't know. I know he did acknowledge dinner.
He definitely acknowledged dinner and like other weird stuff. And then he says, "I think something's wrong, Wanda." And then there's like a 1 second pause, and then it literally like skips back
Hmm.
to to like right when he said like it's more than that, isn't it, or something like that. Like right at the beginning of him talking, and then Jerry and I were both like, "Wait, what? Like, did we miss like did it glitch out? Like, did we miss the rewind thing?" But
Yeah.
like, no, it literally just skipped back like 10 seconds.
Cause I thought I was going with it cause sometimes Disney Plus Share glitches out for us, and sometimes I cut out or he cuts out or Peter cuts out and kind of like rewinds and cuts for us. So I thought it was that, but Peter was like, "No, this was in the show." That's
Yeah,
crazy.
like it, and I'm like, it's just crazy like, the way they did it. And also, like, the question is, was it the question I have? Like, was that Wanda? Was that someone else? Because like when Wanda did it, it was a whole rewind.
Yeah.
And then this time it was just like a quick like cut back. it was just very weird, very
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah, I wonder like if there's a rewind effect, who's doing it, or if it's just a cut back. Like, if there's a difference in who's doing it. But yeah, she basically like cut it back if it's Wanda, to play it out how she wanted to play out the conversation.
Yeah, exactly. And then like Vision didn't say anything about he didn't acknowledge anything that happened before. He was just talking about the pregnancy.
No, yeah, and then Wanda's water broke, and it starts raining inside. I mean, like, so I was kind of confused. So, just to stay on this topic, like Geraldine comes later, right, with the bucket.
Yeah,
she,
everything
she
comes later.
she wants the bucket because she tells Wanda, "Oh, the sprinklers went off in my house."
Yeah,
But in their house, WandaVision's house, like it was like full on rain. But was that the
yeah, like
sprinklers or rain? Like rain.
oh, true. Maybe like I feel like it was like maybe rain and maybe or maybe like in Geraldine's house it like manifested as the sprinklers going off or
Yeah.
like it looked like rain and she just assumed it was sprinklers or like a pipe broke
Because
because
if it was
like
rain,
you,
that's a huge
yeah,
like glitch or like weird
exactly.
like in the reality.
Like I feel like they're like so in a trance everybody else in this like town that like even if it was rain they were like oh like a pipe must have broke like Herb like cutting through the thing and not thinking anything of it because literally it's raining indoors.
Yeah, crazy. Then Wanda goes full on like storm and like uses wind to open her windows and everything and dries everything. I'm like, yo, I didn't know you had this power. I didn't see any red aura stuff. That you're Jesus, you're overpowered.
I feel like we're getting more and more hints that like this is just she has so much control over this reality that basically she has any power because she's controlling the reality.
Yeah. Commercial break.
Commercial break. Oh, actually, right before commercial break, really quick, because Jerry and I, this is like
Oh
our
yeah,
favorite
yeah,
character.
yeah.
But when the power goes out, we see Phil, a man with the greatest mustache in all of TV.
Yeah, and Dottie.
Dottie's like, yeah, Dottie's like, oh, like, did this universe look bad? And the power goes out, and he's like, oh, thank God. But it was nice to see Phil again. I really miss.
Yeah, feels like very. He's just really funny. I like him a lot.
What a God. But yeah, as Jerry was saying, the commercial. Jerry, take it away.
Greece. That's where it was. That's what happened. That's
Looks
all.
like Grease. It did look like Grease.
It's basically like a commercial of like you want to get away. Like what was it? Oh, do you need a break? Escape to a world all your own where your problems go away. Where you want to go away, but you don't want to go anywhere. Find the goddess within. That was creepy. I kind of was in like a trance reading that.
It was very creepy, yeah. Like, and also, like, it was this mysterious, like, man who was like, "Do you need a break?" Like, it was just really creepy. And then the mom was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "Escape." Also, what they were saying, like, escape to a world all your own, where your problems go away when you want to go away, but you don't want to go anywhere. And it like seemed like it was like telling us like what's happening right in the actual WandaVision show
Mhm.
with Wanda. The Find the Goddess Within was interesting. I don't know if that means anything, but yeah. And then the name of the soap was Hydra Soap, so that's another Hydra reference. That's 2 and 3 episodes.
Yeah, crazy. It's really crazy how like Wanda's problems are literally like, going away. When she has a problem, time rewinds, or she like uses magic to fix it. But when stuff like
Yeah,
when she notices there's stuff she can't control, like she fucking goes all out, as we can see later. Um,
yeah, yes, we do. I also saw I was trying to research like the Hydra Soap thing because it seemed really weird to me, and it seemed like it was a big thing. And apparently, in Agents of Shield, Coulson says something about Hydra having mind control soap.
mind control soap. It's weird.
Yeah, like they put stuff in their soap that makes people like susceptible. So like, I don't know if that's a reference to that or like that's like a I don't know, but it was weird. It was very weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, after the commercial break, oh yeah,
Wanda
Wanda's getting more contractions. I think.
yeah, and Vision uses super speed, like the Quicksilver. I was about to say the Flash, but this is Marvel. Quicksilver, running to the doctor. The doctor's about to go on a camping slash beach trip with his wife.
Yeah, they're gonna to Bermuda. Um, yeah, but Vision literally does not hide his powers at all. He runs full super speed to the doctor's house and then puts the doctor on his back and runs back.
Yeah, and the doctor's missing out because his wife was like, "What about my two piece?" I was like, "Yo, I think Peter was like, you better get
Yeah,
some."
I was like, oh my god, Dr. Nielsen, you better go back. You better make that two piece a no piece.
Mhm. But like as I said before, Geraldine wants a bucket because her sprinklers went off in her house because of Wanda, and Wanda has to like hide her big belly, her pregnancy belly, and
Yeah.
she's using jackets. But every time she contracts, her jacket changes, which was like really cool effect. That was like really smooth and well done.
Yeah, I totally agree. And like she was like confused by it too. And Jerry made a really good point we were watching, and he was saying like I think because of how much pain she's in, she has less control over her powers. Like things are just happening every time she gets a contraction because like she's in so much pain, like she's like coping with that pain, and she's losing control over the reality. Kind of that's why things are going nuts.
Hmm.
But yeah, Wanda did a really good job of trying to hide her belly with like assorted things in the house, like a fruit bowl and like
Yeah.
a bunch of other stuff.
And then they
Um,
like sit down and they have a conversation, and Geraldine's like talking. Geraldine's just like fully just like making herself at home. I'm just like, you have the bucket. You can. What are you doing? Just like, I was like, she sits down eating the apple. It's like, oh, I gotta tell you about my new job. It's with NASA. I'm kidding. It was like something about space. What did she say? About
she
her
said,
job?
yeah, she was talking about like they were pitching like a cereal. Her boss wanted her to pitch a cereal, and she's like, you know, the one with the little marshmallow moon men. And then apparently they're called Gravitios. And then the final slogan she came up with, Gravitios, launch into your day the right way. And Jerry and I were noticing how there was so many space references.
Yeah. It's like you blew it.
Yeah, we
you you fucking blew it. Your sword. And I didn't even notice, but this is before the camera zoomed in on. Actually, no, this was later. When did you notice her necklace? Her sword necklace?
you know one of the shots where it was like just Geraldine. I don't know if like maybe the
Yeah.
stork, which we're about to talk about, was like in the background, but I definitely noticed it. And I also noticed it from the trailer.
Yeah, like right away, like before, like there was a shot later on where it zoomed in on her necklace. Like Peter, like sniped it out.
Yeah, it was like a sword. It's literally like a upright sword logo. But Jerry and I were talking about how swords base is in space, and she's making all of these references to her job having to do with space. And it's like, all right, we get it, Geraldine. Like you're really Monica, and you for sword.
Yeah. And the stork's behind her and like making noises, but Wanda like very smoothly was like, "Oh, that's like my ice machine." Hush, 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 hush. That's how it sounds.
That was like unbelievably smooth by her. When
Yeah.
Geraldine bought it, she was like, oh, like you fancy.
Yeah. And then but then they go upstairs and like shit's happening. The stork aligns with like, the stork painting, but then like Wanda Fawn has like huge contractions and she drops the fruit bowl or something,
Yeah.
and now she has to
And
full
she
on
was like,
give
oh,
birth.
the baby's fully coming. And then Geraldine's like, oh shit, like she's pregnant, and like now I have to help her give birth.
Mhm.
So like they go outside, and Vision's not back yet, and they go into the living room, and Geraldine's like, "There's no time. Like we gotta do this now."
Yeah, Wanda's like
And
full on. Her facial expression, phenomenal acting because like you can really see like how
yeah,
much pain she is. It was kind of funny because like she was just like screaming like ah.
it was like sitcom pain. Like she was like it was very much like a someone giving birth in a sitcom where it's like it's not like pain, like it's like a funny kind of pain. Like she's just
Yeah,
yelling. Also, there's as she's yelling, like the fireplace goes crazy. The
paintings.
decoration on the wall starts spinning out of control. Like it's like a reality is unraveling because Wanda's in so much pain.
Hmm.
And then, but she does give birth to Tommy.
Tommy, Thomas.
Uh, and then right after Tommy comes in, Vision comes in.
Vision arrives with the doctor on his back, but like he missed Tommy's birth, which he could care less about because he favors Billy, who's about to come out. But
Yeah, it's so sad, dude. He was
yeah,
like, I missed it. I was like, oh, Vision, like,
yeah.
sorry. Man.
Vision's so like he's dead, but he's very innocent.
He's dead. But He's such a kind dude. Also, speaking of him being kind, like he preferred the name Billy, but like Wanda didn't even name Tommy when he first came out. But Vision was the first one to say like, "Oh, it's Tommy," and like she was like, "Oh, thanks." And then like as they were sharing this moment, she starts screaming
Oh no, no!
again.
Before that, Wanda was like, "You should change into your normal face," and like Vision's like,
Yeah, it was hella smooth.
so cool. And yeah, and then she screams again because she still has a
Yeah,
belly.
it was a really sweet moment that like he changed because it was like Geraldine and the doctor were both in there.
Yeah.
But it was like, it's more important that like I see like my son and like my true form.
Hmm.
But then she screams. It turns out there's a second baby because she still has a full on belly, and that's and Vision screams too, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
It was Billy.
Yeah.
So there's two twin boys now.
Yeah, and it just has like a full on cut, and there's and like the Doctor, Geraldine, and Wanda and Vision are just surprising. Geraldine and the Doctor are carrying the babies after the cut.
Yeah,
Both of them are
I'm
carrying.
chilling. We think that this is a reference, like a very, very clear reference to Billy and Tommy, Billy Kaplan and Tommy Shepard, who in the comics are Wanda's like kids. And Billy is I think speed. I want to say
Hmm.
might be wrong, but let me look it up. Yeah, Billy. Oh, Tommy is speed, so he has like Quicksilver's powers basically, and then Billy has like Wanda's powers. Kind of. So it's interesting to see like how that plays a factor.
Yeah. Oh, it's a bit. Oh, Tommy has Wanda's powers.
Tommy has speed.
Oh, okay.
Billy has Wanda, which is
Oh,
funny because Wanda preferred the name Tommy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why
And
I assumed that.
Tommy, and I saw somewhere like someone like made like a little theory connection that like maybe the pregnancy was so fast because that was Tommy's speed, and then like the butterflies and the store coming to life were like Billy doing some reality stuff in the womb. And I was like, that's
Oh,
quite a way to look at things.
oh shit. Yeah. Dude, and it would make so much sense if that was the powers, because since Vision has super speed now, or he can do it, that just makes sense that the babies have super speed and WandaVision's and Wanda's powers. That's why that's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like Vision having super speed in this reality was like Wanda's way, or like yeah, whoever is pulling the strings, maybe his way of being like, oh, these babies make sense. They have both of your powers.
Makes so much more sense. Good thing you brought that up, dude. Wow, about billions. I didn't know that. But after that, after like all things like settle down, which you think they will, it will, but actually won't. Vision walks the doctor outside, but they have a creepy conversation about how
Yeah.
um, it's like Vision's like enjoy like your trip, and then the doctor's like, you know what? it's like really hard to escape this small town, like as it always is. And Vision's like,
Yeah, like so
huh.
creepy.
And doctor
Like
leaves.
like there's like laugh tracks in like sitcoms and like in the show like people laugh at the funny things are said. And like there's certain moments where they turn off the laugh track where the doctor's like, yeah, like you know what it is about these small towns, like it's hard to escape. And like it's just like what?
So he leaves, and Vision turns, and Herb and I don't know why the fuck Agnes is there. She can fucking leave,
It's
but
always there, man.
they're gossiping about how Geraldine isn't from around here. She has no origin. Like, where is she from? Doesn't have a home. Um, and they're yeah. You want to go on that?
Yeah, which is like I feel like gives us more hints that like she's from the outside, like she's a sword agent trying to like infiltrate whatever's going on. And it's like interesting to see Herb and Agnes, like they're both very uncomfortable, and like Agnes kind of looks like afraid, and she's like they both clearly want Geraldine out of, it. And they're like whispering like, oh, why is she in there? Like, did she see Wanda being pregnant? Like, and like freaking out, like something's they're like worried that like she's gonna like catch on to what's happening, maybe. Um, it was just yeah, it was interesting to see like I feel
Agnes
like
interacting with somebody else than Wanda.
yeah, for the first time because we were just talking about in our review for two that she never interacts with anyone else. And now her and Herb are like besties all of a sudden. And Yeah, it's very, very. Also, this is the first episode we don't see like Agnes like with Wanda at all.
Yeah, they don't interact or anything.
And maybe like Geraldine being like a sword agent and trying to like figure this out was trying to like get close to Wanda and kind of took over Agnes's role. And Agnes is like, yo, I can't let this happen. Like she has some sort of agenda that she has to be like with Wanda, so she's like, we got to get Geraldine out of here. And now Herb's in on it.
Yeah, or like Geraldine would like um rat out Agnes for being evil or something.
Um, but then it cuts back inside. And you want to take it away, Jared?
Oh yeah, sure. So Wanda says that she once had a twin brother, and she starts singing Sokovian. Um, that's what the subtitles said, but
Yeah.
because I could, well, I could
We don't
obviously
know.
like, yeah, we don't know Sokovian, but we could obviously like know because she is from there. And then Geraldine out of nowhere says, "Your brother was killed like by Ultron, like wasn't he?" And like WandaVision, I keep saying WandaVision, but Wanda's like, "What did you say?" Like, and she's like,
It's a
"Oh."
bad movie.
She's like, she's like, oh, I didn't say anything. Like, here's some like random tip about like, dee 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 da da da. And then, but no, like Wanda like full on heard it, and she's like, you should leave.
Yeah, and like it's crazy. Like Wanda, like kind of like I think like it was like a Geraldine was really becoming like one of Wanda's closer friends. Like even from the last episode,
Mm,
because like Wanda had like a nice tender moment. She was like, "I'm a twin. Like I used to have a brother, Pietro." And also Jared, I noticed, but I love how the second she said Pietro, her Sokovian accent came back.
yeah,
But then like she was like having like a bittersweet memory, and then the second Geraldine says, "Oh yeah, he was killed by Ultron, wasn't he?" Like she sheds like a single tear, and she gets pissed, and like she like starts advancing on Geraldine, and she's freaking out. And then she asks about the necklace, and she's like, "Oh, what's that logo?" And like it zooms in, you see it's like a sword, and then I feel like Wanda was like, "Oh, this she's gonna like mess this up, or she doesn't belong here."
yeah.
And then it cuts back outside after it's super creepy. Oh yes, Jerry. She said, "Yeah, you should go home. Yeah, I think you should leave."
Hmm. Hmm.
And you're like, "Wait, what's about to happen?" And then it cuts back outside to Herb, and then Herb is gonna like tell Vision's like what's happening, like what's going on.
Yeah.
And then Herb, we think she's here. We think Geraldine is here because we're all. And then he doesn't. And he's like, and he's like, because we're all. And the Vision's like, because we're all what? And then I was like, well, I think she's here because we are all. And then Agnes is like, stop it, and stops her from saying anything. And you're like, what was he about to say? Like, what, trapped? Dead?
Not
Like,
real. Oh
yeah.
my god, dude. If they said
Like,
like
bro,
we're all dead, that would be fucking creepy, dude. Wow.
that would be very scary, dude.
Dude, but that would
That,
make sense. Like how some of them have like some sort of conscience and control. Cause
that would be
Vision's
really cool.
dead.
Because Vision, I was going to say, because Vision's dead, dude.
They're in
We
hell.
want to man, that Mephisto, dude. It makes so much sense.
That would make so much sense. I didn't even
If
think. I
they're
didn't.
all dead, and yeah, I didn't think of that.
Dude, I kept
I
thinking it
just
was like a virtual. I kept thinking it was like an alternate, like a made up reality. But no, like this could be also a possibility that they're just all dead. Oh my god.
think I have two main theories about the people in the town, and one is that because there's like a as we're about to talk about, there's a bubble. Wanda like literally or whoever took over a town, and those are the people in that town mind controlled. Or B, they took over like an abandoned town or created like a fake town, and those are all like souls from like hell,
Purgatory.
like purgatory, exactly that like are dead, and they're all just like there, and that's why they're all so confused. Because like if you really think about it, if you died, like we don't know what purgatory is. We don't even know if it exists. Like that could you could be like, oh, this is just purgatory, but then they're like, what's happening?
Yeah, it's crazy. Vision goes back, Geraldine's gone, and the so like Wanda's just like standing there, like looking at like the kids, the babies, and she's just standing there like menacingly. And she's like, "Oh, she's like Geraldine, she had to go," but she's like center of the. She was creepy, dude. She like looked hella creepy.
Very, very creepy.
Then the shot slowly changes aspect ratio to super wide. It wasn't even just a cut. It was just like very like
Yeah,
super
very
wide.
gradual.
Then what happened outside, Peter?
Yeah, so I just gotta reiterate how creepy she looked because like it was genuinely like horror movie type shit. But yeah, the aspect ratio gets wide, and then you see like a field, basically like it looks like maybe like a football field kind of, and it's just like welcome to Westview, and then you just see like the outline of like a bubble, and like it's getting like a certain spot of the bubble is getting like brighter and brighter, and then Geraldine gets yeeted out and like rolls onto the field, and like she's alive, but like that hurt, and like she's like shook, like she's like, what the hell just happened? And um, was she like glowing kind of red? Like it's
Yeah,
implied that Wanda threw her out with her
we
powers.
haven't seen that red aura in like a while.
And like, the first time we see it is when it's in the real world, which is interesting. Um, but yeah, she gets like thrown out, and then all of a sudden you see a bunch of lights and a bunch of jeeps like come in. Like we're assuming it's Sword, like coming in and investigating what the hell just happened. But yeah, I also think what's interesting is that Geraldine was wearing the same clothes,
Hmm.
and like she was wearing different clothes in the '60s. So it feels like, and Wanda is clearly the one. I think the one like changing the era. So like the changes that Wanda makes in that bubble
Stay.
stay change in the real world, which is interesting. That's I feel like that's going to play a part in something because that means she really has babies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at so we see like this the bubble, like we can confirm basically that whatever's going on in WandaVision is going on in a bubble that's in the real world,
Hmm.
but like there's a barrier there.
You can kind of see it like I don't know how to explain it, but like these like shock waves here and there in the
Yeah,
bubble.
it's like
Like
pixelated kind of.
yeah,
Yeah, and I feel like that adds to like what we were saying last, I think, yeah, last time about the helicopter, like the bangs possibly being a helicopter that crashed in, because like that's clearly a barrier, but it's also like a Wakanda invisible kind of barrier.
yeah. That's what it was. Yeah,
Yeah. So like if you're flying, if you hit that, like you're fucked, basically.
yeah. But
But yeah, very creepy, very weird, and it just adds like this is the first time we get a view of the outside, other than that little sword tease at the end of episode one.
yeah, I'm so excited for like episode 4 because I feel like we're gonna get more scenes and like know like the juicy stuff, like what's actually happening
Yeah,
behind this. And I actually want like a clear conflict because it hasn't been
exactly.
clear.
It has been clear. I think that episode four, I agree with you. I think it's going to be the one where we first see like what is actually going on.
Yeah, because like Wanda seems like the antagonist like right now.
Right? Exactly. Yeah, she definitely seems like she's the antagonist. That last shot of her makes it seem like she's the antagonist, and I feel like next episode too, we're gonna see Vision like pulling even more away and being like, "What the hell's going on?" Like, I'm kind of afraid of you, Wanda, because like this episode, he was like, "What's happening?" Like, and Wanda wasn't having it. At least we
Hmm.
think. So like this, I think next episode he's gonna be like, "Yo, really though, where's Geraldine? Like, what happened?" And then Sword's gonna be like, "Geraldine, what the hell?" Or Monica, "What the hell happened? Like, how
Yeah,
are you here?"
and I think that I have a prediction that the Mind Stone will make an appearance next episode, or Quicksilver.
Bro, I was just thinking, I don't know how. Let's reiterate, Vision's dead.
Yeah.
So if Vision is back, I'm assuming it has to do with Wanda. So could she potentially bring Quicksilver back in this reality?
Yeah. Why? Why
Because that
hasn't
would be,
she? That'd be sick if
yeah,
she had.
and like, yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for that. My prediction is that, and this is a really random one, in the trailer, when we see Monica get thrown out, we see someone else with the same hairstyle and I think the same outfit as Monica come running like out of the trucks. I think that one of the Monicas is a scroll because Monica was in Captain Marvel and there were scrolls in Captain Marvel.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. What the heck?
I feel like it's a scenario where like Sword was like, no, you can't go in there. Like we don't know the risks. And then she was like, bet. And then she got like her scroll friends when they're like little girls, like to be her.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's a good theory. I need to look into like more of Monica's character more because I'm not that familiar.
dude, actually, I that's cool. I don't know. The thing I was going to tell you earlier, and the thing I said earlier in this, my theory is that the stork was Doctor Strange because it wasn't affected by Wanda's magic, and usually she can
Oh,
get rid of anything. It was just chilling and it couldn't get away.
dude,
And like
I
I
would
feel like it was
freak out if it was Doctor Strange.
yeah, I would shit my pants. Also, Paul Bettany said there's a mystery actor in this show, and if they're we know they're connected because Wanda's in Doctor Strange too. So if that was Doctor Strange like coming in to check on Wanda, and he was also like the stork was grabbing Geraldine's like legs, like kind of be like, "Yo, let's get out of here."
Yeah.
I feel
Oh,
like it was Doctor Strange, dude. I would poop my pants though.
yeah. I would shit, dude. Oh my
I would shit.
Dude, that's a good prediction. Damn,
That's my theory.
but stay tuned for our reaction for episode 4 and a review. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell icon.
Yes, and if you want to see the full version of our episode 3 reaction and all of our other reactions, as well as the couple of bloopers we had making well, 6 of these new videos and all the other bloopers we had, then subscribe to our Patreon. You will join our small community that is now 2 of
Yeah.
our lovely patrons, and you can grow and we can make another chai.
Yep. Well, we're the Chai Guys, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.